never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever.
Hey guys, who is ready for round 2 of our kitchen organization? You seem to really love part 1, so I'm excited to share with you the second part of today's video, which is going to be kitchen organization, deep cleaning all of the cabinets. We are now working on this back area, so I'm excited because a couple of the organization pieces that I'm most excited to share that I found actually on Amazon to organize like all of the annoying things like your aluminum foil, cling wraps, Ziploc bags that kind of take up a lot of space. I'll share with you guys, and I think I finished off on that side of the kitchen, but I'm gonna start off on this side because I wanna get to that first. Thumbs up this video if you guys are enjoying organization content on here. Definitely consider hitting... Looks like Capri wants to take over the channel. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button for more home organization and cleaning and baby noises in the back. And let's get right into this one. Starting off with a preview of last week's video, which is actually kitchen organization and declutter part 1. So if you guys have not yet checked out that video, go ahead, pause right here, check that one out first, and then pop back on over to this one. So we are starting off with part 2, which is going to be the remainder of the cabinets. And we're going to be beginning here because I told you guys I got all the new organization items. So I was really excited to try them out over here first. So I emptied everything out and then going ahead and cleaning from inside out of the cabinet.
Same time, feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get up, I always do.
So the first items actually came a set of these like engraved type wood organizers for all of your different size Ziplocs. So gallons for like the freezer bags, the little quart size, snack size, as well as I believe, yeah, sandwich size. So I went ahead, unboxed, and took everything out to decant and then place inside these organizers.
Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
Then when I was done with all of those items, it was time to move on to the next thing that I was really excited for that I actually found out from my friend Miss Liz Hart here on YouTube. She used this in her kitchen and I think it works so great and makes your life so much easier. So I've been using it for about a week now and it's so convenient when cooking, putting food away and things like that. One side is designated for your aluminum foil and the other side for your cling wrap or parchment paper, whatever you prefer. So it kind of locks in place there and then you never have to worry about pulling those items outside of the actual drawer, and you just pull it out and go ahead and can use with begin cooking. Now moving on to drawer number 2, which is actually a lot of like miscellaneous snack items that we have in there. You guys can see it was pretty messy, pretty, unclutter filled and things like that. So I went ahead and emptied everything out that didn't belong and then sorted through. Some of the items were expired, didn't belong in there, got in there, and then I did take my vacuum because this one had a lot of crumbs, so I had to vacuum it up first before wiping it clean, and Capri being my little helper as usual.
Stronger than I ever been. I can see everything clearer. Trying to fly 'cause I'm light as a feather. But I get high, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think.
And then I just played around with different organizers that I actually had in different spaces that I no longer was going to be using throughout the house or the kitchen, and I placed them in there, and I think this system actually fit perfectly. And these little blush pink organizers are right from Target, and they're super affordable. You could configure many different designs based on your particular space. And then I had these little sprinkle holders that I got over either Amazon or Home Goods, I can't recall. I filled those up with, of course, our colored sprinkles, and then one for the chocolate sprinkles for like ice cream and such. And then I filled up any other type of snacks, like we had Cheez-Its at the time, chocolate bars for s'mores, popcorn, all of that stuff. And then in the very front, I put items that we do when we're making, let's say, like fruit acai bowls or such at home, such as granola, the coconut flakes. And then this, you guys, is a game changer. You definitely need it. It actually seals all of your bags without needing any bag clips, and it also unseals them. So it definitely saves you a lot of time and having to look for all those clips that usually go missing. And then moving on to the bottom drawer, I was looking to keep that one for a lot of like my baking needs.
Never thought I wouldn't jump. Oh, what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again. I would get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I would get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I would get up again. Stronger than I ever been.
Once I was done with all the interior, I then was focusing on cleaning the exterior of the white cabinets. And then over here, beside all of those, I also have a spice rack that you guys can see here. It's just like a pull-out one. And if you saw a video I did, I want to say it was probably last year already, where I organized it. You guys can check out that video if you want to see exactly what I did to buy all of these labels. And well, I made them myself with my Cricut Maker, but I bought all of these like wood jars and such, and it's been working out really great. So I just kind of wanted to re-tidy up that area. It wasn't anything too crazy, and then that was good to go. And then we are moving on now to the upper areas where I have just a lot of mixed utensils and such. So I wanted to basically make it a little more minimal and have things that I reach for the most on that side. And then you'll see my old junk drawer I'm going to use for like the larger utensils and knives and such that we don't use as frequently. So as you see here, I'm just totally emptying everything out because it was just honestly, the more space sometimes, the worse it is because you just have things where they don't belong. So I consolidated a lot of the items, and then I'm only keeping one of those smaller organizers for the lighters and the incense that are going to be actually where my candles are. And then this, I'm wiping it all clean so that we can now insert this expandable bamboo divider. I love using these things, you guys. It gives a total custom feel to your drawers, but without paying the expensive price tag. And these are on Amazon, so depending on the width of your actual space, you can adjust it to suit your needs. Then below here is where I keep all of my pots. I just wanted to line it because they were actually ruining the base of the actual cabinet. So I'm just spritzing it clean, and then I just added this little liner that I bought over on Amazon, and it just gives it a little more protection. I just cut it based on the measurements of my actual space, fill that in, and then on this lower level is where I keep all of our pans. The next thing I was most excited for was actually new Tupperware, you guys. I feel like these things go missing. You'd never have matching sets. So I was like, you know what? It is time to get rid of everything that we had already. So I just went ahead, donated those to my mother-in-law. And then I started off with this fresh set of all like different sizes that we needed. The larger ones for, of course, leftovers, and then smaller ones for fruits and such. But of course, before storing it away, I went ahead and filled my farmhouse sink with warm soapy water and let that soak in and gave it a good rinse, dried them before I played around with different organization things. After I emptied everything out that didn't fit in there anymore, that I wasn't going to be using, I wiped it all down. And then I also purchased these bamboo expandable dividers. These work really great as well because same thing, they'll just blend with the interior of your cabinets, so you can adjust them to any sizing that you may need, whether you want to have like smaller areas. So what I did here is that's where I was going to be placing all of the lids for all of the Tupperware, and then I added an additional divider for the remaining Tupperwares that I added in there. So we have all of it. I kept like rectangle and squares together, and then all of the circle ones together. Then after I organized all 6 of this side of the cabinets and all of these drawers, I am now going ahead, same cleaner that I use for the exterior of the others with a microfiber cloth. I'm doing the same, especially focusing on the handles because lots of, pulling on there tends to get it messy. And then right above that is where I actually have these double door cabinetry. So I want to go ahead and empty everything out on there, spritz it down from top to bottom, and get that all cleaned out before I kind of just repurpose things. I organized this when I was pregnant with Capri, and I'm pretty happy with the whole system in here. There's just a couple of little tweaks I want to change, and then of course reorganize it because things, especially in these little spinners, got a little cluttered and messy. So just reconfiguring the items. Then at the very top, I just wanted to keep like tumblers that I don't necessarily use like on a daily basis. And then the very top area, these are ones that we sparingly use. So I just ordered this organizer. I will say I feel like I should have maybe adjusted the cabinet so that I had a little more space, because all I was able to fit was actually 2 rows of tumblers, which you're supposed to, with this one, be able to fit 3 rows, which would certainly save me a lot of space. And then I'm just showing you guys here other cabinets that I have that are organized already, that have the same system in place, so I'm not too worried about. And then I am finishing off finally with cleaning off all of the exterior of these cabinets from top to bottom. And that is it. We are good to go. It was long, but it was totally worth it. I hope this motivated you guys to organize the space in your home. Give it a big thumbs up. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button if you're new here, and I will talk to you guys all in my next one. Bye.